Hi there, I'm Amy the Amazonian, and I have a thing to show you. That's right, I was given a box full of stuff from UltraPro. They're the people who make sleeves and playmats and other sweet accessories for Magic the Gathering collectors like myself, and they sent me a box of it, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway with a bunch of this stuff. This giveaway is going to be announced on my Twitter. That's twitter.com/col_Amazonian. And what's the stuff I'm going to be giving away? Well, it's going to be playmats and sleeves. And by the way, the playmat is of Llanowar Visionary from M21. This very symmetrical elf who draws you cards and taps for green mana. And not just sleeves, but deck boxes and deck towers and oh my goodness, there's so many sleeves! And the theme of these things that they gave me was Garruk. This guy. You know, cursed, uncursed, seems to have forgotten how to wear a shirt again. He briefly learned how to wear a shirt. He forgot again. Because they want me to build a deck around Garruk. And I'm going to do that. You guys are going to watch me build a deck around Garruk. So let's open up Magic the Gathering Arena and do some deck building. Who here's ready to do some deck building? I am! So I already know the general gist of what I want to do. And it's built around not just the M21 Garruk, but actually the Garruk from Eldraine. And the reason for that is both he's bigger, faster, stronger, better, and also because it gives me a theme to aim for. So Garruk Cursed Huntsman here is from Eldraine. We also have Garruk Unleashed from Core Set 2021. You can see I've got a nearly full play set of Garruk Unleashed, and that's actually just where I want it. I want 3 copies of Garruk Unleashed and then 4 copies of Garruk Cursed Huntsman. This Garruk has a really neat ability where his 0-cost ability is to make wolves. And when those wolves die, you put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. So you're actually being benefited if you have multiple Garruk planeswalkers. So by having Garruk Unleashed and Garruk Cursed Huntsman, when these wolves die, I'm going to be adding more loyalty counters to them. This Garruk, he's strong on his own. He's not quite as game-winning as Garruk Cursed Huntsman, but what do you expect? 4 mana versus 6 mana. He's still good, though. He makes beasts, he buffs beasts, and he does have an emblem that's very powerful because it searches for your deck for cards and puts them into the battlefield. That's incredibly sweet. I'm also going to put in another Garruk-related card, Garruk's Harbinger. So this is another M21 card. It has Protection from Black, which is just a little bonus, but it's also a 4/3 that when it deals damage to your opponent or a planeswalker they control, you get to search out the top cards of your deck and maybe even reveal a Garruk and put it into your hand. So I'm going to put in a couple of those. A lot of this deck is going to be green because the main thing I want to build around was the wolves that Garruk makes. Right now we have a wolf lord that's a Nightpack Ambusher, and I actually want a full set of these because these are better in multiples. They work best in flash decks that are working at instant speed, but they're just fine on their own in a scenario like this one where, oh yeah, kind of a mini wolf tribal going on. Wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1, makes wolves. Seems smart to me. So at this point, I'm making wolves. I'm buffing wolves. What else do I want to do with these wolves? Well, I want to make even more wolves. So Tolsimir, friend to wolves, is going into this deck because I know no limits to my mana base. Sure, 3 colors, why not? I love Abzan. That's a combination of blue, white, blue, green, white, and black. You can tell I've been awake for way too long when I start making mistakes like that. I also want to put in some creature-based ramp. The reason for creature-based ramp over, say, growth spiral type of effects, explore effects, is because this Garruk here, his ultimate ability, which is fairly easy to get, makes creatures you control get +3/+3 in trample. So I want to have lots of little creatures that can get buffed, and I also want to have ramp because I want to be able to play this card. It's a really good card. So I'm going to put in my favorite multicolored mana dork, the Paradise Druid. She's fantastic. She's not quite a bird of paradise, but you know what? The hexproof is just icing on the cake. I'm gonna make sure I select standard as my format here. There's some consideration for me to put more wolves in here. But why would I have a wolf when I can have a goose? I'm going to put in a Gilded Goose. That's going to be a mana ramper. That's a mana dork. Have you ever seen a Gilded Goose that has +3/+3 in trample? It's an awful lot scarier than just an O2 that flies. So far, I'm almost done filling in this deck. What I could do is I could put in some just solid creatures like the Questing Beast. I could put in a couple removal spells. You know, I'm in black, I'm in white, I have access to these good removal spells, so why not put in Eat to Extinction, pretend that I could search for it. There we go, Eat to Extinction. This is an exiling spell that has a little bit of surveil. I'm going to put a pair of those in. Right now, I definitely want the rest of the deck to be 1 to 3 drops, because right now, ooh, I am not getting there. There is a wolf that would fit this description. That's the Ferocious Pup as a 3-drop. It actually is 2 wolves in 1, which is great for this pseudo-wolf tribal I'm building up. It's not a great card, but for the purpose of this deck, I'm willing to put it in. I'm going to put in a pair of Ferocious Pups. And then the rest, I'm thinking of ramps. So I'm going to look at my druids, my dryads. There's another, it's actually not a druid that taps for multiple colors that I might want to consider putting in here. And my mind is made up. The Ilysian Caryatid, if I can spell that, Ilysian Caryatid, there we go, is another multicolored ramper. This deck is going to be super susceptible to any sweeping removal, and I accept that, and I don't care, because I want my Garruk, and my wolves to come out and party hard. I'm thinking maybe another just like smidgen of removal in here. I'm really just splashing black and white in here. So if possible, I'd like it to be in green. So I'm going to have how about Ram Through? I don't have creatures with trample until Garruk ults, but this is a very inexpensive instant speed fight sort of ability. It's a one-sided fight. You have your creature deal damage. Let's go with 1 Ram Through. I really like this card. I think that it's very nice, especially with things like Questing Beast and other cards that have Death Touch. And then, do I want a second one? No, I think that because all my mana dorks are so weak, I'm going to go with something that's a little bit better at just buffing and being a good creature. How about we put in one of my mono green favorites, the Barkhide Troll. And, okay, I'll just come clean. I got to spoil this card, so I have an unhealthy attachment to it, and I want everybody to appreciate this beautiful troll. So please appreciate this beautiful troll. Nobody else is doing it. I say that even though he's being played in competitive mono green decks. Appreciate this boy. He's very handsome. He's one of my many, many sons. Whoops. Almost clicked off without putting my mana base in. This mana base is going to be tricky, but you know, I've got this ramp fixing. We'll make it work. I'm going to put in the Shock lands. Pay 2 life is kind of the keyword I'm going for here. And I just want the ones that are in my colors. If they don't have green on them, I'm probably just going to put in a pair, so like 2 Godless Shrines. I'm going to put in the full set of Overgrown Tombs, and because I only have 2 Tolsimir in here, this deck, yeah, I know it's a little all over the place. What about 3? You know what, actually, change my mind. No Godless Shrines, full set of Temple Gardens, and I could put in some Scrylands. If I were smart, I'd probably take out most of these basics, but what I'm actually going to do instead is add in Fabled Passage, pretend I had the right thing selected there. Oh wow, look at that, I have 8 copies of Fabled Passage. Very versatile card. And, oops. I'm gonna put in 1 plains of my choosing. I choose, ooh, the unicorn one. This is from Jumpstart, it's really cute. The only black mana is for these 2 cards. I'm gonna go to 2 swamps. We're gonna go up to 10 forests. These are not the swamps I want, though. I love those forests. In fact, they're thematic. This is the Garruk themed Jumpstart land, or the Collector's Edition, I want to say, land. Somebody is welcome to correct me on that. And I'm gonna put in my new favorite swamp, the Phyrexian swamp. There it is. Ooh, beautiful. So mostly a green deck, a little bit of other stuff. I'm actually feeling 2 Fabled Passage, 3 Fabled Passage, 2 Fabled Passage, 3 Fabled Passage, 2 Fabled Passage, and another forest. Yeah, we want this deck to be green. I want to be able to land these on turn 1s and 2s, and we're gonna make this work. Name of the deck is going to be No Shirts, Yes Service. Because Garruk, as I mentioned in my intro, has this thing where he stopped wearing his shirt, and then started wearing a shirt, and stopped wearing a shirt. Before Garruk was cursed, he didn't wear a shirt. He got cursed. He started wearing a shirt. The curse was broken. He stopped wearing a shirt again. This is all you need to know about Garruk. He's a hunter, and he likes to be naked. Don't we all? Deck done. To the queue! So I'm going to hop right into the play queue here. Hopefully we don't go up against too meta of a deck, though we might. Sometimes people play really, really good decks in the regular play queue. And, oh, I'm out here looking like Jaya, and our opponent's actually repping Garruk for us. I like this hand. It's got a really good curve to it. I've got a way to search out my Garruk Planeswalkers and Wolf Generator. Shocking, isn't it? It's a bad pun. I shocked in the land. Steezy, our friend in card gaming here, is going to watch as we get out. Aha! The turn 2 Garruk's Harbinger. You got any blockers for it? Protection from black? No, hexproof from black. Makes this harder to target with removal. Okay, thought erasure though, that's goodbye. Wait. Not goodbye, Nightpack Ambusher? Like, I get I can't play this turn, but still thought this was going to be the feature of choice. Aha! Garruk! I've found him, and he is now in my hand. I'm going to lay down a land and wait, and I'll be making food for my goose. With my goose? I'm not actually sure what the terminology is, but the goose is going to lay an egg. And they're killing my goose. In response, I make food. Yum, 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 delicious egg. Go ahead and play that land. They already know everything I've got except for this Temporal Garden. Tolsimir. So Wolf Tribal's intensifying. I'm actually considering playing this now because I think they have counterspells, and never mind. They're done for. They have seen the power of the Nightpack Ambusher. They knew it was going to come out eventually. And all of our other dog-loving friends, and they have conceded. So I'm going to go into a second match, see if we can show off what this deck can do, and not just have an opponent who leaves when they see the ferocity of my puppies. Speaking of ferocity of my puppies, maybe we'll get to play Ferocious Pup this time? That would be cool. A new opponent! General So. Stellar Ugin. Right there. Much slower hand. I've got these Paradise Druids and a Chalkland with Fabled Passage. I'm gonna mulligan this. This looks a lot better to me. I'm going to drop one of the Caryatids. Play the Fabled Passage. I almost said Passage. It can be a Passage if I want it to be. And since I have Tolsimir in hand, I'm gonna go for white mana over black. I've already got plenty of green mana in hand. I don't think I need that. Blue. Okay. Nicol Bolas Sleeves. Ugin as an avatar. I'm a little scared of what I'm going to be seeing here. This might be a flash deck, so it was a little risky of me attacking in there. Okay, 3 mana now. I can play Tolsimir. I think it's best if I get the attack in first with the Harbinger, since this thing can draw me some cards. Oh, well, Brazen Borrower, it's a flash deck indeed. That also means that this no longer taps for 2 mana, but I also don't need it to tap for 2 mana. Here comes Tolsimir. Friend to dogs. Awoo. I gain 3 life, I get a wolf. If they had a creature for me to fight, this wolf could have fought it. I'll fight your Brazen Borrower. Oh. Maybe this is a mono blue devotion deck. That is spicy. I like a little bit of spice. I'm going to lead with Garruk's Harbinger. That's going to allow my Ilysian Caryatid to tap for 2 mana. Pay 2 here. Here comes Garruk. And I'm just going to start plussing this Planeswalker to hopefully get my way to his ultimate. Arcanist Owl, that gives 4 devotion to blue. Nyx Lotus, though, apparently the only artifact in their deck, other than this bird, because it whiffed on its search. It gets to look for artifacts or enchantments in the top cards of the deck. And now we have Revelation! We just gained a couple cards. Nice. And if I make these dogs here, yes, I'll have the option of letting the dog fight. But it wouldn't get the damage I need through. The plus ability on this guy would, though. And again, our opponent has conceded. Have we stumbled upon perhaps the greatest new deck in Arena? Definitely not. But it's still fun to play. Try number 3. Let's see if we can get a good game. Maybe I'll get my butt kicked. It's all up to you, opponent. And the heart of the cards, of course. I like the advice here. It's very like, you can attack players or planeswalkers. I will always attack the planeswalkers because they must die. Vox, our next opponent, has a Mu Yanling avatar, and I have an opening hand with 0 cards that I can play off the mana within it. I do love these Garruk forests, though. I need to open some paper jumpstart. That's better. I got Goose. I got Garruks. I'm gonna drop a Goose. And see what color they end up cracking that Fabled Passage for. I like leading with the Goose. I could have led with the Fabled Passage. I think I'm going to draw a 4th land by the time I need to play it. Or a 3rd land. This can be my 4th. Rule. Pelt Collector. A little bit of a slow start for an aggressive deck like that. But since they've shown me this Pelt Collector, I am actually going to go for the Fabled Passage instead of making another food this turn. And I'm lazy, so I'm just going to crack this right now, and I'm going to get black mana. Could have gotten another green to help really make sure I can get this out. I think they're about to play another creature, and if they have more creatures than me, like if they play 2 this turn, then I'll actually get Garruk Unleashed's minus ability for a discount. It will only be 1 loyalty instead of 2. That is a scary start. Spell Collector into Gruul Spellbreaker. Take 2. And they will have the same number of creatures as me, so this minus will still cost 2.
Guys, unfortunately for you, they're quite hungry.
Hi there, Beast. The Beast is bigger than Pelt Collector right now, but smaller than Gruul Spellbreaker. And if they attack Garruk Unleashed with both of these, I do have another one in hand, so I don't feel the worst about it. Oh! Or they could do that. Domri's Ambush. Just taking out the only threat I have. A free attack on Garruk. You know, he's dead. He's dead. if I want to do anything this turn, I could stall. I could play this to ramp out, hopefully for that, in the turn. And you know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuits. If they have, like, a questing beast, who knows, I might be dead. I'm going to make food with the goose. I'm going to hope that both of these are still alive next turn. I'm gonna make Garruk come out. Make some friends. If only one of them's alive, at least I could still play Tolsimir. Oh, Clothies, and she is not a creature. She is one loyalty away. Hey there, Clothies. How you doing? The artist for this paints the most beautiful women. Almost painful how beautiful they are. So this has trample. This might be an indestructible creature next turn. Things are looking, tough. Tolsimir will get me a little bit of life. So I may actually want to consider Tolsimir over Garruk. It's like, this is two creatures versus this is two creatures versus two creatures versus a planeswalker versus... No, I'm going with Tolsimir. Tolsimir comes out. If I hit this Pelt Collector, this one will become a... It'll become a 2/2. It's essentially the same either way I do it. Play this land, and if this Goose or this Caryatid survives, see how it goes. They're dealing 2 direct damage to my face using Clothies. I need 2 more loyalty, which would be another, like, double green, double red, 1 red, 1 green. Impermanence on the battlefield. I'm playing catch-up here. Ooh, a shock in. What could cost 5 mana? 1, a Zertog Goblin. That's enough for Clothies to become a creature. This has haste. This is the only thing with trample. But it's very horrifying. This leaves me alive, but I don't like that they shocked that in. It makes me think that they have an Embercleave or maybe even Collision Colossus. No Embercleave, no Collision Colossus. I'm still alive. That's a 3/3. That's a 2/2. 1 life. Just kidding. No life. I was dead the whole time. Rippin' pepperonis, Amy. You did your best. You tried your hardest. You played your dogs. Now that I've lost one, I'm determined to get another beautiful back and forth game of Wolf Tribal starring Garruk. Can I even call it tribal? There's not that many wolves in there. It's got enough wolves. But maybe this is not the game for me, because that's a Teferi avatar, and if I've learned anything playing Arena, it's that Teferi avatars usually mean Teferi decks. I wish that we weren't all conditioned to hate Teferi now. He's a really cool character. He's just also, well, Hero of Dominaria, Time Raveler, all of it. Barkhide Troll PogChamp. I'm going for a little Harbinger here. I've got that Caryatid for the next turn too, if I want it. What are you gonna do, huh? Counter it for 1 mana? You can't. I think. No, you can't. You could unsummon it though. Don't. Opt. You make a terrible sound, don't you? Oh, Spectral Sailor. Perhaps my opponent is playing birds? Blue-white flyers or blue-white spirits? Rather than blue-white Oops All Teferi tribal? I can hope. That sounds a lot more fun to play against. Looks like they're gonna be leaving me able to attack them. I'm going to lead with the attack from the Harbinger. Does it make contact? It makes contact! I get to search 4 cards deep for a creature or a Garruk. and Questing Beast. Questing Beast or Ferocious Pup? I think I'm gonna go Questing Beast here. I still fear the potential of a Teferi, and I'm gonna play some ramp rather than play a nice big critter like a 3/3 for 2 mana. Second Spectral Sailor, I can block one of them with my Goose. My Goose is not able to tap for mana next turn. This is. Shocking. For 3 mana, they could have... I don't even know what they could have. A Rally of Wings and something else. Fairy Miscreant. Maybe 2 more Fairy Miscreants. Maybe they're just looking to draw a ton of cards here. I think it's going to be a Rally. I think I'm going to attack in and they're going to Rally of Wings. So before attacks, I'm going to play Tolsimir. It's a Lofty Denial. Okay, just a counterspell. You know, I'm not too worried about a counterspell. It means that my friend to wolves is dead before I even played a wolf, but worse things have happened in this world. This Gilded Goose has kind of an extra bonus here of being able to block these flyers. Double Goose bonus. Ilysian Caryatid, you being able to tap for 2 with the Harbinger out is an unexpected synergy that I really appreciate. I'm ready for the rally. I'm ready to be really bad at drinking water. I have this old Gatorade bottle. I just keep freezing and refreezing this. It's really hot in my apartment, so I very much need frozen water to keep myself living. Ooh, nope, it's the Sea Dasher Octopus. That means that when this makes contact, they draw a card. They play another land. They do. I'll try to play around Lofty Denial, but no promises. I do like to yeet myself face first into battle. No, it's just another flyer. I got a land here too, which is very nice. And I'm thinking about just going for Questing Beast here. Questing Beast can't be blocked by any of the creatures they're currently presenting. They did block this though, so I'm not going to get to search through my deck. And Barkhide Troll or another Goose. Goose and just let 1 mana go. I'm gonna Goose and let 1 mana go. I could also use this food token from this to play this Gilded Goose. Do I want to, or to play this Barkhide Troll? No, I don't want to do that because I don't want to tap this Goose. I really want these as blockers. I could even throw one in front of the Sea Dasher Octopus just to try and stop them from drawing cards. But I don't think I need to. So, 1 in front of the Sailor, 1 in front of the Miscreant. Rally of Wings, that's what I thought they had before. Bye-bye Geese. These are all untapped. But you know what they can't do? They can't block the Questing Beast. They have 1 mana up. They've been really missing their land drops. And I have a way to deal lethal. I'm going to give the Questing Beast, who can't be blocked by any of these, +3/+3 and trample. And I'm going to swing in just with that, and it's 7 to the face. And we went away. Win away? Win away. Yes, they went away because we went away. And thank you all so much for watching my video. And again, thank you to UltraPro for sending me all those goodies so I could build a themed deck around Garruk and hopefully do a giveaway very soon. The giveaway's timing, by the way, I don't know when it will be because I'm waiting for, let's say, the state of the global pandemic to be a little more reassuring so I feel more comfortable shipping things from my area to other parts of the country or the world. Thank you again so much for watching, and thank you for checking out the YouTube video if you've never been here before. If you ever want to watch me do things live, you can check me out at twitch.tv/Amazonian, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye!